Hey, hello guys, welcome. My name is Alberto Colin, and today's show subject is high ticket sales B2B on LinkedIn. Study case robotic industry. Before starting, I must thank you for watching this video. The intention is to provide quality trainings to number one, people that want to start an online consulting business, but they don't know what this world is about. Number two, people that already start building their online consulting business. They start to merge in digital marketing concepts. They are trying to figure out how to put all the pieces together and, well, create their concept and launch it. And the third one, it's people that they are already online consultants, but need fresh points of view in these topics that I will talk about. Perhaps I have some experiences that they don't have, and that will provide value to their concept. Now, I'm going to do what I'm going to do during these live trainings. Well, I will be broadcasting all Tuesdays, and I'm going to talk about digital marketing concepts, trends, hard topic in sales negotiations, my experiences in the corporate world as an online entrepreneur, the good things, the bad things of the online consulting industry, and steps you need to create your business. Now, before jumping to the topic of today, it's important to know who I am. So let me introduce myself. My name is Alberto. I was born and raised in Mexico City. My first language is Spanish, second is English. And don't worry about this live, everything is going to be in English. And perhaps you're going to find little details in my speaking skills. I apologize in advance. But the important of these shows is that I will provide you with great actionable concepts that will give you value to your business knowledge and skills. More about me. Well, I live now in Orange County, California. I have my company named C2 Thrive, and its intention is to help entrepreneurs to grab their knowledge, talents, and skills and create a business concept that fulfill them and create an impact in other people's lives. About my professional background, well, I have worked in different industries: telemarketing, education, construction, aeronautics, robotics, retail, and digital marketing, from bottom positions to the top. Example, I have executed tasks in commercial teams, supply chain operations management as commercial director, general director, CEO. And well, about my studies, well, I have a bachelor's degree in international relations, a specialization in finances. I have a master in business administration, training in sales, project management, and digital marketing. Well, now a little bit less formal. What I like it, my favorite food. Well, I love Mexican food, of course. I love pizza, Korean and Vietnamese food. And my hobbies, well, I like to go in outdoors, walk in the forest, making some trekking, climbing mountains, and spend a fun time with my family, watching a movie, going to a park, museums, traveling, or just being together. Well, now let's start with today's topic. It is important. Let me put the slides and let me just share here. Okay, today's topic is high ticket sales B2B on LinkedIn. And I chose this topic because in the digital consulting space, you will find a lot of people that is in the industry, but they got you as online marketers. Let me jump to the second slides. Hold a second. Okay, we are there. Okay, and that is okay. Okay, they're guiding you as marketers because it's a skill you need to learn to succeed in the online world. By the way, this is endless. It moves so fast, the marketing space, and evolves constantly. But there is a gap and things they are missing. And these points are: number one, they don't have experience as consultants inside companies in the real physical world. I think it is a plus instruction. You have different vision with all experiences you gain over the years. Number two, they don't have experience using LinkedIn in their sales process without thinking in a digital marketing approach. Example, when you're in a high ticket sales B2B with decision makers at the table, the talk goes straightforward on topics like budget, execution, strategy, delivery times. deliverables, ROI. And third, well, closing high ticket sales to big businesses or corporations requires sales strategy and negotiation. Forget about email strategy, use of funnels, or creating content as the core element, thinking that one of these elements will push your sale. The reality is that there is hard personal work behind all this. The idea with this live is to explain you all that with a real example. In that case, my experience when I was CEO of a company that sells and provides services with industrial drones to heavy industries like oil and gas production, automotive, manufacturing, railways management, agricultural production, and how I close sales and what is the role of LinkedIn in this type of negotiations. So let's start. Jump to slide number one. In the year 2015, I was invited in Mexico by a group of investors to be the director of a company that sells and provides services with industrial drones. What is an industrial drone? Okay, let's jump. An industrial drone, well, here's one of the pictures. It's not that we know in the commercial market and what we found in eBay, for example, no? You have or Best Buy, these drones are practically oriented to photography and entertainment. Uh, Actually, well, I was the CEO of this company, and the idea, well, the headquarters of this company I talked about were in France, and the plan was to create a subsidiary of this company in Latin America. These are the pictures of the technology I was initially selling. So these are the drones. They are customized for industrial use. But what are their characteristics? Well, first, they have special sensors that allow them to collect info and data for research. So you can use it in several fields. Like for example, in topography, you use them for photogrammetry. And then you can make works like construction, mining. You can use them in ports, highways. You can have measures of terrains. Also, you can use these kind of drones for surveillance. Well, it was used, for example, in automotive plants just to secure the perimeter of the automotive plants. No one was making criminal activities or trying to get information that it's confidential. Also, they are used in ports, in the Navy, for example, just to check vessels in the sea. There is something weird. Railway companies for security of the railways. And also, you can use them for the inspection of crops. You can check the health of crops with these kind of sensors. Well, they use a special radio of a spectrum light, and with the information of the sensor, you can know the health of your crop. If you're planting sugarcane or something, well, you can know if it is dying, if it is in good health, and you can you can work with in order to improve the crop's health. So this is the technology that I was working with, and well, what are the characteristics of these big toys? Well, they need to fly a long time and be resistant to hard meteorological conditions. This type of drones could be on flight for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, or even more. Depends more in the characteristic of their batteries and systems. If you think practically one thing you are doing with this type of drones is to substitute an aircraft, you reduce costs. You don't fly a Cessna airplane, and you don't need to pay high maintenance or a crew. This is excellent if you think as business owner. But these drones still have limitations like flying in hard meteorological conditions like strong winds and altitude. Still, this is the little disadvantage they have with conventional aircrafts, but okay, they're going to reduce your costs. Now, what do you require if you buy an industrial drone? Well, like conventional aircrafts, they need maintenance. They need backup of spare parts. It's like having a mini fleet of aircrafts. You need to have your engineers and everything to keep them in perfect condition when needed. but the costs are really lower versus aviation business. Other business solution we provide with this technology were services. Here, for example, well, these are some pictures of our MRO, our maintenance base in Mexico, out of Mexico City. And here, for example, you see a picture in the right. There is this is one of our pilots. He was executing a mission in the oil and gas industry. So, other business solution that we provide with this technology were services with our own drone fleet. Yes, and what we does that what what does that mean is that we bought the drones for us and we create our internal teams to give maintenance, flight, and create deliverables for your project. Now, you have seen a little bit of the technology. What are the estimated prices? The estimated prices, who use it, and how we commercialize them or their solutions. Here, okay. Well, I'm going to explain you. Okay, let's go to the next question. How do I sell them? Well, I'm going to explain you how what I learned about the years and their structural framework, and take it a consideration. This framework, take it as a compass about how you need to sell to big corporations. So the thing number one is, okay, recognize if these big corporations have a problem that damage their productivity and processes that affect the results and need a solution urgently. Without the urgency, you could have a good product or services, but they won't buy anything soon. This happens frequently for entrepreneurs that build solutions. They reach these companies eagerly with a high emotion and commercial drive, but in reality, they have created something that the corporations don't need at the moment. It's not vital for the process. What you can do? Well, prospecting the company with a goal to create the need. You request an appointment, show your solution, and keep in touch with these persons that will need what you sell. And well, you show to engineers, decision takers, directors, CEOs, investors. But the reality is that it could pass a few months, and if you are lucky, they buy from you. It is here where the expertise in sales is required. Create a strategy. Figure out how to be in mind of these people and make them being in love of you and your product. And yes, I said you. That's why you need a good training in sales that at the end will help you to go deep how to nurture your relationships. And I will talk about this later. Point number two, understand what is the sales cycles of your solution. For example, the decision to purchase a drone from companies went from six months and a half to 1 year and a half. Meanwhile, if we offer our fleet for done for you services, the sales cycle was reduced only to 3 5 months. What is the difference between both proposals? Well, providing services is more economical for those companies than purchasing a drone of 60,000 euros and give maintenance like an aircraft. The services, well, they were not cheaper. They cost around 15 to 20,000 euros, but are absolutely more economical. And the contractor, in the case our company, take all of the risk and cost that could happen in the mission. Point number three, play with your offers. Configure them in a way to solve multiple problems for the customer. We had a team of engineers and equipment to create special products for our clients. We could produce different kind of deliverables. As an example, we have package number A, where we fly our drones and give to the company the raw data of these sensors. And in that case, they will be in charge to process their information. The package number B is where we fly our drones and give to the company a deliverable where they have a description with basic data information, just basic information, no more. If they want more detail, well, we can go with package C, that it's a full data analytic analysis with top quality deliverables. This solution is 100% done for you, and you can expect the best analytics for your problem. Now, let's jump to point number four. Well, you need to understand what is the purchasing cycle inside the organization. Perhaps they just can use their budget in specific seasons of the year. Perhaps they purchase every quarter, or perhaps they don't have any problem purchasing at the moment. You need to be ready to make an offer and hunt those budgets. It is important to know this information. Here, you will create a strategy about how to push your sale. You will know the right times and also the actors involved. Point number five, map out all the actors of the organization and recognize who are the key players in the decision. Making this, well, make this process. And I'm talking about the users of these solutions as purchasers, decision takers, and how you map it. Well, you can go to the website of the company and have this information. You could go and make a Google search, or you could use LinkedIn in its free version or Sales Navigator. So now, exactly what are the actors you need to consider in your negotiations? Well, the first one, well, we have CEO investors. Then we have divisional directors. They are decision takers. Well, about their browsing, or how they browse in the internet. Well, they use LinkedIn, but not all the time. Consider that. Don't think that LinkedIn is going to be to your solution to reach them all the time. Also, you will have project managers. You will have purchasers. You will have people in charge of execution of projects, like for example, engineers. Also, you will have people with different roles in the organization, like people that works in the warehouse, receptionist, operations. Now, we have a series of questions in which you need to take in consideration at the moment to interact with your actors. The first one is, what do you need to reach all these people? Well, the most important is the human factor. Create relationships. Sending emails like crazy won't help. You send LinkedIn like crazy, sending several direct message will kill your opportunities. Question number two, who are going to be your champions? This is people you will have or have chance to keep a close relationship and will help you to sell internally your solution. Question number three, what role you play in your organization and with whom you can play a parallel role. For example, in the first level, if you're a CEO investors, well, you can play the parallel role with CEO investors and directors. These people, well, consider they are not all the time in the company. They are in events, meetings with similars, and what you need, and this is an important point, what you need to connect with these people is lobby. So, what do I mean? Well, you need to frequent the places they gather: sports clubs, restaurants, industrial conventions, clubs, or events of the industry. Also, look for organizations how you can where you can grow up your influence in where you can grow up your influence and well start the communication with this person. And as you start growing up your influence, how you can start to be near of them, communicate with them, and leave your message. Lobby, lobby in really is an art. You need to be political. You need to be attractive. You need to be a magnet. And how this could happen? Well, the way to make it happen is showing up. Well, not being a showman or attractive people, it's one of the defects that have a lot of people, especially people that is not in the top positions. For example, I'm talking about all these people that is the gates for companies that are in warehouse, receptionists, engineers, even managers. They don't have the skills to be a showman. So, how do you change it? Well, this is more a thing of personal beliefs. And, well, you need to overcome the fear of rejection, fear of being judged, fear of being not enough for what you are doing. And, well, just eliminate those thoughts. Just try to show up your solution. The CEO, investors, directors, they are normal people. Of course, they have certain types of conducts, but you could be on those stages and share with them experiences and talks. Now, let's go to the next slide. What is the lobby game? Now we're going to talk how you get attached to those who release the money. That's important, no? First one was okay, I'm going to be a showman. I'm going to be with directors, with okay, the CEO, investors. And well, now you need to be near the purchasing department. Even if you're prospecting, you need to be in the mind of the purchaser forever. And how you do it? Well, you need to be creative and understand the personalities of the purchasers, behaviors, and what is the best way to keep in touch with them. Now, we're going to talk about the markets. This is important too. In what markets in what market you find the CEO, investors, directors, project managers, executors, engineers? Well, this is a marketing concept, the one of markets, and means in what places you're going to find them. It could be physical or in the digital world. You can find gather these people, and they could be in industrial or private events of the industry. Also, could be a virtual event, and your salespeople needs to be there and create relationship with these people. It is important in events. It's important that in these events, the sales team shows authority, shows they know how, that they know their solutions, and they really understand what is in the mind of all these people. Now, returning to our main framework points, let's go to point number 6. Okay, about the calls. These ones, in order to reach organization, could be over the phone or Zoom, and they just work to create the initial contact. In this type of negotiations, never try to close anything in the phone, okay, or in a Zoom call. Don't do it. You need to do the next. Let's go to solution number 7. Okay, show your solution, and then you have two options. Could be one in your facilities, and the second one could be in their facilities. I like more in your facilities because you have control of everything. You have control of times. You have control of resources. You show your expertise. You could have a showroom. You could have a workshop, and meeting in their facilities. Meeting in their facilities, it's okay, but you won't have all the control of the negotiation. So that's the reason it's better to invite them to come to you and then ask questions. Point number 8, deliver a quotation. Until you made your presentation in your place or their place, well, it's the time that you're going to release your quotation. Never do it before, it never works. At this point, you have a relationship with key players in the project and decision makers. You already met them in, well, in this market. Well, all the players could be, or you already make lobby with directors, with investors. So here, your when you deliver your quotation after your event, is going to have a big effect, and you're going to have momentum. That's the most important. So just show it and create a compromise for a reply. Now let's talk about LinkedIn. What role is going to play LinkedIn? Okay. Well, actually, LinkedIn is for me in this kind of deals where you negotiate between middle-sized companies and big companies is just a gate and a showcase. As a person that is promoting my company at this level, well, yes, I see it more like a hub, a portfolio where I can show my solutions. I give my opinions about my industry. Also, it's the best place to network outside in-person events. I like LinkedIn because you can build your industry community. That's so important. But also building a community could take months or years. And well, consider LinkedIn as a place to do virtual lobbying. Now, what are the steps to do this? You will find this information anywhere, but let's name it. First, well, you need to optimize your profile. You need to make it attractive. Second, well, you need to have a premium account. The CEOs, investors normally have it. And that's the way to start being visible for them, having a LinkedIn premium account. One thing to have in mind is that also directors, CEO, investors, well, these people is working. So the use of social media is limited. They are not browsing more than half an hour, 20 minutes per day. And they use the social media channel 1, 2, 3 days a week. So what you want is to have content available for them. The third thing is, well, consider to post content in two areas, in your company profile or your personal profile. Post from Monday to Friday. You don't know where they're going to browse and find your options. And well, post relevant content. That could be about how works your solution, sharing information on the industry, link it to your solution, showing some of your deliverables or results of your customers. And well, fourth, to make more stronger your presence, work with your company website and have a blog where you share all the content created on LinkedIn. That will help to rank the site in searches and being visible in Google search. Fifth, well, create virtual events in social media channel and promote you as an expert. Once you create your event in StreamYard like this one, for example, you can send personal invitations to your LinkedIn connections directly. And well, they will know about your event and they will hear you because they already know you. And seventh, well, connect with all people in your industry. Try to create conversations. Being constant on LinkedIn is so important and meet people and build your network. So practically, well, this is the training that I have. The most important are these steps that I mentioned. No, I mean, how do I sell the solutions? Number one, well, big companies must have a problem that damage the productivity process that affects the results and need a solution urgently. If they don't have it, well, it will take you a lot of time to sell your solution. You need to make or push a lot your solution and be in contact with key actors. Number two, understand what is the sales cycles of your solution. Yes, perhaps what you are selling, well, they're gonna buy it in 6 months, 1 year, 1 year and a half. So you need to have it in mind. I don't think that just because you reach the door with them, you're gonna sell immediately. Well, that won't happen. Number three, where play with your offers, solve multiple problems for your customers. And yes, that means that perhaps yes, I have the drone, I can sell it to you, or I can make a lot of products with the information that the drones are giving me and then sell it to you. And these solutions do not solve one problem, it solves several. And as they solve several problems, well, you can charge more for it. Okay, point number four, it's understand what is the purchasing cycle in the organization. Yes, perhaps they have their budgets are limited. No, they're just gonna buy quarterly or every 6 months. I mean, you're lucky if they can release immediately a budget. If you show your quotation, they have an urgency and they say, okay, I will buy it next week. Well, you're gonna be really lucky because usually big corporations don't work in that way. Point number five, map out all the actors in the organization and recognize key players. Well, this is super important. No? You need to work with all these people, CEO investors, divisional directors, project managers, purchasers, project executors, different roles in the organization. And well, have these questions in mind. No? What do you need to reach all these people? Who are going to be your champions, the one that are going to help you to promote your services inside the organization, with whom you can play a parallel role and talk about your services, convince them, and start making the lobby activity. How do you get attached to those that release the money, the purchasing department? You cannot forget the purchasing department. I mean, they are key players. You need to be in their mind. Um, I remember, I worked once as a purchaser, and it was so easy to be distracted with all the quotations coming from several suppliers for one solution, no? And they give you good prices, no? So being a purchaser and receiving several offers for one solution, it's so easy. And as purchaser, you get distracted, and perhaps one thing could happen, and you say, "Well, this one looks good. Let's give a chance." No, at the end, the supplier that's closed the deals with us are those that were close to us. I mean, showing us the benefits of their solutions, making presentations, and of course, they has a good product. So that's a big tip. No, always be near with the purchasers. And well, the next point, being in the markets where your solution is provided, and in these markets, well, you have all these actors together. For example, here, this is a fair of drones of security. I was there, and we offer our solution there, but we make a booth, a very attractive booth, and we were just chasing the people that look like directors, and they go. We start establishing small talks, and well, from there we got interesting leads. So it's important to be in this kind of markets. And well, other point about the framework: don't expect that in calls or virtual meetings you're going to close a deal. At this level, it won't happen. There is a lot of money involved. The solutions that the customers needs are serious, so they want to see you face to face, talk, and have a compromise, and give. They need your guarantees, so give your guarantees at the moment to have the negotiation and create trust. Point number December, well, show your solution in action. Here I show in the picture. Well, we did it in our facilities, and here you see all these decision takers. They are from mining companies, and bringing them to our home allow us to show everything in detail: how the aircraft fly, what do you need, what is the expertise needs by a pilot in order to fly these kind of artifacts. Also, how you process the deliverables, what you need. I mean, showing them that making a product that they need for their information, for the information that they are looking for, is not easy. And then what we do is, okay, showing all the servers, all the engineers we have in the back, and how they could, how it's produced a solution. Point number 8, make more impact to show your quotation. Do it at the moment to make your event. Emotionally, they are involved. They are involved not only with the technology and your solution, they are involved with you. They trust you because they know that you have the capacity to provide a service. Now they know your home. And well, they totally trust you if you give a good guarantee, a good price, and good backup support. Well, why? There is no reason to close the deal. And LinkedIn, in this kind of negotiations, LinkedIn, well, it's a game, no, but it's important to have this virtual element. There are many things that you need to have in consideration, like just having your LinkedIn profile updated, the one of your company, and we'll also have a website showing articles there, and also in your profile, in your company profile, show expertise, make lobby, reach other people on LinkedIn, constantly post from Monday to Friday, because you don't know when the decision takers are going to browse and see your information. And yes, this is the training about. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm sorry, I was a little bit nervous at the beginning because it was my first live, and it was like, but I'm okay. I'm saying the things and everything, but now, okay, I feel more relaxed, and I'm thanked that you're watching this video. And well, now there is one thing I want to talk about. I think will be great for you if you're watching this video. And let me put a banner here. Well, just change. Okay. Well, what I did in this training will give you top information about how to negotiate between companies. And This is one task of being an online consultant. You educate people in topics you have knowledge, skills, and provide value with the objective to empower them. Of course, there are more things you work with your customers and monetize. For example, I have my online academy that teach you how to be an online consultant using techniques, tools, and top marketing resources in the industry. If you are interested how to start your online consulting business, I have a course named Free Clarity Course for Business Coaching and Consulting. On it, you will learn how to start creating the foundations for your coaching consulting program. It is completely free. And for you, if you want to check it, just sign on into my Facebook group. You will have it, plus, you will have access to all my free weekly trainings that are broadcasted every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and some offers I will be start releasing. I'm gonna start talking about, well, the consulting world. Also, I'm gonna talk about sales, sales skills, and I'm going deep about digital marketing concepts that will help you to make your academy, your consulting academy, really attractive. For example, I'm going to teach you how to sell one to many. Instead of making a consulting business of selling to one people, making the one-on-one consulting, well, you have the option to sell one people to 40, 50 people, 60 people at the same time. I'm going to teach you how. And well, yes, everything is on my Facebook group. Why in Facebook group? Because the Facebook groups are an excellent place to keep and create an academy. I will talk about this later in other training, but there you can put a lot of resources. You can teach your students everything, give a good instruction, and you don't need to spend money. So that's it. The link to my Facebook group is down the bar. Sign on and receive quality information to be a consultant. Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning me, and see you in my next trainings. Bye and have a great day.